When your cat sleeps with you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable. But behind that closeness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be missing messages they've been trying to send for years. Let's start with what that nightly ritual really means. 1. It was never about staying warm. So, why does your cat actually sleep with you? Most people assume it's simple. Cats get cold, you're warm. End of story. But here's the thing. Cats are incredibly resourceful when it comes to finding heat. Sunny spots, laptops, radiators, laundry fresh from the dryer. If warmth was all they wanted, they have options. So why do they keep choosing you? First, consider the biology. A cat's normal body temperature is roughly 100.5 to 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's significantly higher than our 98.6 degrees. To a cat, your warm skin is actually a bit of a heat sink, and they have to work to keep their own temperature up. According to data from the Cornell Feline Health Center, cats expend a massive amount of metabolic energy just to maintain that internal furnace. By pressing against you, they aren't just stealing your warmth, they are entering a state of energy conservation. But that's just the surface level. The real secret lies in their vulnerability, because sleep is when a cat is at their most defenseless. Every instinct they have screams at them to find somewhere hidden, somewhere safe, somewhere no predator could reach. And instead, they walk past every quiet corner in your home and climb into bed with a human 15 times their size. That's not about temperature. That's trust on a level most owners never fully realize. 2. They are performing an ancient scent ritual. Have you ever noticed your cat pressing their head or body against you right before they settle into sleep? That's not random cuddling, it's chemistry. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, forehead, and the base of their tail. When they rub against you, they are leaving invisible markers behind. But here is the catch that most people don't realize. When your cat sleeps pressed against you, they are not just marking you. They are blending your scent with theirs. In the wild, cats who belong to the same colony share a communal scent. It's how they recognize family. It's how they say, "This one is safe," without making a sound. Renowned anthropologist John Bradshaw, author of Cat Sense, explains that this alluring and scent exchange is the foundation of feline social structure. When your cat weaves their smell into yours night after night, they are performing an ancient ritual. They are telling the world and themselves that you belong to each other. Have you ever noticed how your cat acts after you've taken a long shower? You've washed away the colony scent. You might notice them immediately trying to rub against your legs or jump back onto the bed to fix your smell. To them, you literally smell like a stranger until that bedtime cuddle restores the shared scent profile. And hey, if this makes sense to you, can you please like this video? It really helps us reach more cat parents who want to understand their companions on a deeper level. Plus, if you stay until the end, I'm going to share a trick that will let you know exactly what your cat is thinking in just 5 seconds. You don't want to miss that. 3. You are their secure attachment. A study from the Oregon State University Human-Animal Interaction Lab found something remarkable. Cats form attachment styles with their owners that are almost identical to how infants bond with their caregivers. When your cat chooses to sleep beside you, they are telling you something they can't say out loud. You make me feel safe enough to let my guard down completely. Think about the weight of that. In a world full of loud noises, strange smells, and unpredictable movements, you are the one constant that allows their brain to switch from predator mode to deep sleep mode. This isn't just a habit. It's a choice they make every single night to prioritize your presence over their own survival instincts. But trust isn't the only reason they're there. Sometimes they aren't just looking for safety, they're providing it. They aren't just sleeping, they're taking a post, because while you're dreaming, part of them believes they are your personal bodyguard. Something deep in their wiring says, "This human is mine to protect." Now, will your cat actually fight off an intruder? Probably not, but in their mind, they've taken a post. They've assigned themselves a role, and every single night they show up for duty. And just like any good guard, the way they position themselves on that post tells a very specific story about how they view you and your home. For every sleep position is a message. Does your cat curl into a tight ball, sprawl out like they own the bed, or sleep with their back turned to you? Each of these positions is telling you something different. Let's start with the tight curl. This is the most protective position a cat can take. It shields their belly, tucks their paws, and keeps all vital organs hidden. If your cat always sleeps like this, they might feel safe enough to be near you, but not quite safe enough to fully let go. It's trust with a layer of caution. Now compare that to the full sprawl. Legs stretched out, belly exposed, maybe even upside down. This is the ultimate sign of security. A cat showing their stomach is a cat who believes completely that nothing bad will happen to them in your presence. They've let go of every survival instinct that tells them to stay guarded. Have you noticed the strange activities your cat makes just before they choose one of these spots? What about when they turn their back to you? Some owners take this personally. Don't. In the cat world, turning your back to someone means you trust them so much you don't need to watch them. It's actually a huge compliment. They are trusting you to watch the blind spot they can't see. Then there is the foot of the bed sleeper. My experience with hundreds of feline behaviors has shown that this is often the smartest cat in the house. By sleeping at your feet, they get the best of both worlds. They are close to you for comfort, but they have a clear 360-degree view of the bedroom door and a fast escape path if something startles them. They aren't being distant, they are being strategic. 5. They think they're your bodyguard. Here's something that might surprise you. Even a small, pampered house cat still carries the instincts of a predator. And predators understand threats. When your cat positions themselves beside you at night, part of them believes they're standing guard. This goes back thousands of years. In wild cat colonies, members take turns watching over each other during rest. It's not just about bonding, it's survival. And your cat, no matter how domesticated, hasn't forgotten that ancient code. Dr. Carlo Siracusa, a leading voice in animal behavior at the University of Pennsylvania, notes that cats often choose high vantage points or specific entry point views for security. Watch where your cat sleeps tonight. If they position themselves facing the door, they're watching the entry point. If they sleep near your head, they're protecting your most vulnerable area. They know they're small, they don't care. And for those of you who have a cat that insists on sleeping right on your chest or pillow, that is the full contact press. That's the strongest statement of all. They want zero distance between you. That's not just being clingy, that's total devotion. They are syncing their physical existence with yours. But there's a secret shift that happens before you even close your eyes. Your cat isn't just reacting to where you are. They are actually changing their entire internal clock just to be with you. 6. They change their schedule just for you. Have you ever wondered why your cat seems to wake up right when you do and wind down exactly when you go to bed? That's not a coincidence. It's a massive choice they made for you. Naturally, cats are crepuscular. That's a big word that just means their bodies are wired to be most active at dawn and dusk. It's when their wild ancestors hunted. It's when every instinct in their DNA tells them to be alert, not asleep. So, by nature, your cat's schedule shouldn't line up with yours at all. But bonded cats do something remarkable. They override their own biology. Researchers at the Oregon State University Human-Animal Interaction Lab have shown that cats living closely with humans gradually shift their sleep and wake cycles to mirror their owners. They stay awake longer during the day and sleep more deeply at night, but because it's natural for them, but because that's when you're available. Think about that for a second. Your cat's entire internal clock, built over thousands of years of evolution, gets rewritten just so they can spend more time existing in your world. This is also why cats greet you at the door or show up right before your alarm goes off. They've learned your rhythm. They've synced themselves to it, not out of habit, but out of preference. And if you find this level of devotion as incredible as I do, subscribe to our channel so all our videos will be available for your pet's life and care. It's the best way to ensure you never miss a sign your cat is sending you. 7. They feel your stress before you do. Ever had a rough day and noticed your cat suddenly won't leave your side? They knew something was wrong before you even said a word. Cats are incredibly tuned into the people they are bonded with. My experience seeing how the bond works between cats and their owners has shown me that your cat can read you better than you think. Studies show that cats can detect subtle changes in human behavior, body language, and even scent. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol. Your movements shift, your breathing changes. Your cat picks up on all of it. They don't necessarily know why you're upset, but they know something is off. This is why some cats become extra affectionate when their owner is sick, anxious, or grieving. They aren't just being sweet, they are responding to real chemical signals you're giving off without realizing it. And here's where it gets even deeper. Sleeping beside you gives them a front row seat to your emotional state. Your heart rate, your restlessness, your breathing patterns night after night, they are gathering information. They are learning what your baseline feels like. And when something shifts, they notice. 8. The slow blink is their mind-reading ritual. Have you noticed the strange activities your cat makes right before they settle in? Maybe they stare at you and slowly close their eyes. This is the slow blink, and it's the feline version of a deep, relaxing breath. In the world of animal psychology, this is an active release of tension. By doing this in bed with you, they are telling their brain that the environment is 100% safe. It's almost like they are syncing their mind with yours before they drift off. They are checking in one last time to make sure you are calm, safe, and ready to rest. Because once they fall asleep, they are trusting you with their life. But what happens when that trust seems to break? What does it mean when a cat who has done this for years suddenly pulls away? 9. When they suddenly stop listening Listen closely. What does it mean when a cat who has slept beside you for months, or even years, suddenly stops? This is what I mentioned earlier, and it's something every cat owner needs to understand. If that nightly ritual suddenly changes, don't ignore it. Cats are creatures of habit. When they break a pattern this significant, they're trying to tell you something. Sometimes the reason is physical. My experience looking at feline health markers has shown that pain, illness, or discomfort can make a cat seek out solitude. Cats instinctively hide when they don't feel well. It's a survival mechanism from the wild to avoid appearing weak to predators. If your older cat suddenly wants to sleep alone, it could be a sign of osteoarthritis. Jumping onto a high bed might start to hurt their joints, and they simply choose the floor because it's easier. Another medical reason is hyperthyroidism. This can make a cat feel hot or overstimulated. They might find your body heat or even the blankets to be too much to handle, so they seek out a cool tile floor or a quiet corner instead. If you notice this shift, a quick vet visit is worth considering just to rule out any hidden discomfort. 10 environmental shifts are massive to a cat. Other times, the reason they pull away is environmental. A new pet, a new person in the house, or even a change in your routine can disrupt their sense of security. Cats are incredibly sensitive to shifts in their territory. Something that seems small to you'll like a new brand of laundry detergent, or moving a piece of furniture might feel like a massive threat to their safe zone. Have you noticed how your cat reacts when you change the layout of the bedroom? They might sniff every corner and refuse to settle. If they stop sleeping with you, ask yourself, has anything changed in their world? Sometimes they just need a little extra reassurance to feel like the bed is still their territory. 11. The 5-second trick to understand their mood. I promised you a trick to understand what your cat is thinking in just 5 seconds, and here it is. Watch their ears and tail the moment they jump on the bed. If their ears are forward and their tail is held high with a slight curl at the top, the question mark. Tail. They are in a state of high trust and happy anticipation. But if the tail is flicking rapidly or the ears are slightly tiled back, they are feeling overstimulated. If you see those signs, it's best to give them space rather than forcing a cudgel. Understanding these tiny signals can change your relationship overnight. The key is paying attention. Your cat chose to sleep with you because they trusted you completely. If that changes, they aren't being moody, they are communicating. So listen, watch, and if needed, gently help them find their way back to feeling safe again. Because that nightly ritual was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either. Can you please comment about your own personal experience with your cat's sleeping habits? We would love to hear your stories and help with any problems you're facing.